If you've been flying in Nigeria for the past 1 week plus, then, well, you're a very strong person. From flight delays to cancellations to postponements to the uncertainty. And amidst all of that, very little information from a lot of the operators. And yesterday again, this played out at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport in the nation's capital, Abuja. Air travelers continue to face delays, suspensions, cancellations as airline operators grapple with the challenges around Jet A1 fuel. And this one played out. A flight, a United Airlines flight from Abuja to Benin, originally scheduled for about 12:20 p.m., was first moved and eventually it was cancelled for the day. But let's let you take a listen to one of the passengers who spoke out of frustration yesterday.
What flimsy question is that?
I bought a ticket with United Nigeria Airways, Abuja to Benin, scheduled 14:20 hours today. I was there 14:20 hours, flight was shifted to 16:20 hours, which was 4:20 p.m. And then again, no information from the attendant or the manager until about this time, which is 19:02 hours GMT. One of the managers just walked in, carelessly asking everybody to go and come back tomorrow morning 7 o'clock. Then my question is, where do I go? How do I go? Where do I start from? I'm asking the manager to book a place for me or an accommodation or space. Take me there so you can bring me back tomorrow morning 7 o'clock, the time you have given. And then they are turning this offer down. Thank you very much.
How many are you? Do you have an idea how many people are?
Come again?
How many people are affected?
The whole crew.
Permission to make video. From when?
Since when?
Since when? Make video.
The video that I did, what is the name?
Okay, if he's using his video, his phone, you should now come and ask him what he's using his phone for.
So he doesn't have a reason before.
Okay, what are you saying? Please leave here. What's the meaning of that? You just walk to anybody and you ask them what they are using their phone for.
Okay, I should get out.
Yes. What flimsy question is that?
I should get out.
If you don't have any meaningful questions to ask, then you can leave here. Are you the owner of the airport? The airport is owned by Nigerians.
Yes.
So then why are you not asking?
Okay, did you know that what he's doing that can cause a problem?
Cause problem for who? For you?
How can you just...
Is there not a problem already in this airport?
No, honorable.
Wait, please, if you don't have
problem with that,
yes, there is a problem, and the problem was not solved, and we have a right to complain about that problem.
Yeah, but this is not complaining now.
So what is it?
Can you see my
complaining? Okay, please, you're not here to interrogate. We're having a conversation.
Can you see what is going on?
So, Kyle, what happened here? What exactly? I'm confused.
You know, when it's sad that people see others going through tough times as a Nigerian, and what you want to do is further oppress them and say, why are you recording? I mean, that happened right in front of me yesterday. I couldn't help
you were recording?
Yes, I was recording. I couldn't help but smile. That wait, the best thing you can do right now is ask why this is being captured, where people who have waited all day for their flights, now their flight is being pushed till the next day. You could hear that man. He didn't have money to go back. He didn't have a place to stay. And the best you can do is come and ask, what are you recording? I think sometimes, you know, some Nigerians, we sometimes deserve what we get. Because if what you should do there is even stand up for those people and find a way to ease the burden, not be an oppressor yourself. I mean, it left very terrible taste. I just kept quiet because there's sometimes you're just tired. You're tired is tired, as they say.
And you know, Kade, that's why we had this conversation. This is the normal pushback of a provider of a service, a manufacturer of a product, you know, pushing back on the demand for accountability. We saw it play out there, as we have seen in the past, in the tomato paste case, in the bread case, and in recent times, in the case of the young mother who drew attention to very, very weighty concern that emanated from a book for toddlers. And so that's why we had this conversation. And if there's anything that is significant that has come through, it is that if you do not complain, then you would not get the justice that you demand in the face of having served a bad product or a bad service. And so we must, take advantage of the opportunity provided by the FCCPC, which is mandated to protect consumers, to investigate complaints, and of course get redress. And speaking of which, we should have asked for the number, and here's the number of the FCCPC, the Consumer Protection Commission's primary hotlines for lodging complaints: 0805600-2020. I'll take that again, 0805600-2020. There's also another 0805600-3030. 0805600-3030. And so we must, take this product up, take these cases up with the FCCPC and get redress. And another thing that is refreshing is that the law guarantees that your voice should be heard. So there is no room for relativism. You don't have to protect the brand of a product if it is defective, and if you can back it up with facts from your experience as a consumer of that product or service, then go right ahead for it and bring the manufacturer of that product to account. Jeffrey.
So let's take it in bits. We need to educate some of the policemen. I think some of these policemen are totally ignorant, with greater sense of respect. We have a lot who know the law, and police has lawyers who understand the law. But any policeman who just takes on this kind of criminal case clearly doesn't understand the law. That's on one hand. So, Kyle, I wanted to find out that video, if our producer could put it up. Who is that man?
It's AVSEC. They had an AVSEC t-shirt.
Oh, aviation security.
Yeah, AVSEC.
I even thought that it was from the airline in question.
So I like the fact that
Nigerian stood up to him.
The Nigerian stood up. You are using your phone to record whatever. It's your phone. It's your phone to do whatever you want to do with it, as long as it doesn't pose any security threat. But perhaps maybe someone has whispered to him what the content of that conversation was, and he decided to
stop it from
embarrass
getting
himself.
out.
Look at him on national TV. Just look at him. I'm sure he's seen himself now. I'm sure he's not proud of himself, because when he was confronted, because he had no locus, he had no reason to do what he did. He has embarrassed himself. He made it to Channels TV or national TV early morning. He should have avoided this embarrassment. People were delayed. From what time, Kaide? 12.
Yeah, from 12 to 2
flight was for 12.
7.
See the story. Flight was for 12. I think these airlines, some of them are not paying for damages enough. That's why they are getting away. If I had an appointment from 12,
it's gone.
You delayed my flight till 7. That's 7 hours of me sitting and waiting at the airport. Then you just come without explanation and you say, okay, for whatever reason, come tomorrow. They've done it to me before. And
did you report?
I did.
That's at the heart of the matter.
That's what I'm saying. Now it happened, and then the people are now saying they're now recording their experience to convey their complaint. And then the aviation security man, who's supposed to know better, who doesn't have a job for that day. I know you don't have a job, because I'm calling you out so that you see how you've embarrassed yourself. It's because you should have avoided it. Who told you to come there and have that conversation? And it's painful that Nigerians have to face this every other day. They have a right to their phone. They have a right to record whatever they want to record, as long as it doesn't pose any security threat. They are complaining because a journalist was there, and that is our work, to take stories. We're storytellers. We saw a story, we decided to do the story, and your job is to come and harass. Now you've embarrassed yourself on national TV, sadly. I feel for you, but I think this is a lesson. Maybe all of us will now go and get that glass. It's carried, that Shore glass. I call it Shore glass. What do they call that glass?
That's the ones with the cameras.
So we have that glass. We also have a camera. He's lucky I'm not the one. He's very fortunate. Well, it wouldn't have been too nice for him. Not violence anyway, but he wouldn't have loved the outcome of it, because it's just embarrassing that he came to embarrass himself, and he's a security official.
Well, just to reiterate that, the FCCPC can function across stratas. The court has upheld its jurisdiction to intervene in the financial sector after, a certain bank sued it to court. And of course, the court has also upheld the role of the FCCPC to intervene in the airline sector as well. And so many of us are guilty of, when our flight is delayed for 3-4 hours and we eventually get to fly, we'll let it go. But under the law, there are certain things that we're entitled to as compensation. And if we do not report, and then we don't get redress, so we must report.
So I hope everyone has learned their lesson. Please allow people to record. Even Lagos State Police has even come out to say, CP, our Lagos CP has said, policemen, allow people to record if you're not doing anything bad. I'm just staying on that security guy because I feel bad for him that he has made it to national TV for perhaps the first time under this circumstance. He should have avoided that embarrassment. But citizens, you have a responsibility to protect yourself. Please do it legally, do it professionally, the best you can, and don't break the law, so that if you end up in court, you can have your day and win your cases. Thank you for watching. I'm Jeffrey Bye-bye.
And there's more information that you can use coming through from Sunrise Daily, which is up next. Stay with Channels Television. I am Bukola Koka.
Well, in the midst of oppression, do not be an oppressor yourself. I'm Kayode Vikelu. Have a great day.